What up, boys, and welcome back to yet another video. So it's currently 5 a.m. in Norway as I'm recording this video, but because everything happens over in the NA when it comes to news about the game, I have to make this video because Blizzard just announced a shit ton of information about Phase 2 Season of Discovery. So I'm going to show you guys everything that we know so far. Before we do so, though, big thank you for all the support on the complete gold guide for Season of Discovery. You guys are the absolute best, and if you don't know what this gold guide is all about, it's pretty much a compilation of all the best ways used to make gold in Season of Discovery. Now, the best part is the fact that whenever we get a new phase, like Phase 2 now, I just update the gold guide and I feature the best farms in Phase 2, and I send the updated version to your email for free automatically. So if that sounds interesting, make sure to check it out down below in the description. So starting with some news, we can start with like some of the world buff changes in the game, and like they're already said that No More will be a 10-man raid. There's going to be 6 bosses. There's a new PvP update, like Beware the Blood Moon. With Season 2, Season of Discovery, we're introducing a new PvP event called the Blood Moon. This new event brings with a bit of mayhem to STV, and the Blood Moon will shine above the Sarcastian area, red fog on the area. So every 3 hours, there's going to be a 30-minute buff, but it will only be usable in STV. And Ashenwade will be moving to a 3-hour timer as well with Phase 2. This weekly quest world buff will not apply to players after level 39. So, like, it's pointless to use it at level 40. It's just good to know, right? And there's gonna be a new world buff with the new raid, the Nomer. And then one of my favorite changes, but not the favorite changes. There are some insane changes in Season of Discovery, but one of them are these books that they're bringing out to the game, and they're saying Season of Discovery Phase 2 will also have a new skill books added as a part of a 5-player dungeon drops from various creatures. These qualify the quality of life improvements will not take a rune slot, and they will help to address things such as short aura durations for paladin blessings, totem control for shamans, or even as a part of manipulating combo points for rogues and the target these are on, and more. And I think this is really cool because due to the fact that we're going to be stuck in each phase for like 2 months, it's really annoying being something like a paladin with a 5-minute blessing, and you constantly got to rebuff this. And this is what they're going to help us with. So the paladin one, for instance, teaches you enhanced blessings. Like this is absolutely great. I also think that this will help the longevity of the dungeons. We're not sure which dungeons you have to farm out for these, but people will be forced to do a lot of different dungeons, hopefully, in order to get these books. So really, really cool and interesting update. I absolutely love this. I figured that it's going to be something very useful for each class. And then we do have some information about the Nomer loot. Like they've teased some of the loots, the different loot drops. They're talking a little bit about Nomer and like profession, the quest chains, like they're coming back. Everyone was expecting them to be engineering items. You could craft powerful engineering item. Well, that's not necessarily the case. They're bringing in 3 new bosses as well. They show some of the loot, and I was kind of surprised to see the loot. Like, yes, it's a big upgrade from BFD, but not as big as I expected. So if you are lucky like me and you got yourself like the epic staff and the epic crossbow and so on, that's still going to be very good until you get whatever is bis from Nomer. And they're also showing the new item sets and their bonuses. So does have increased hit on the items as well as the 3-set bonus or 2-set bonus would hit depending on the set. Like male, like hunters and shamans, they will have a 3-set bonus that your attacks have a 5% chance of restoring 100 mana, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to show you guys some examples of the new crafted epics as well. That's coming. And then they were talking about the new PvP event, and during this event, killing all players will earn you a currency which can be traded for a various reward. While you can still group up with your allies for the event, the Blood Moon is harsh mistress and will punish those in a raid group. So I'm guessing that you can be in a 5-man group, but once you create a 6-man group, you're going to get some kind of debuff, which will not make it efficient. They don't want people to run around in a 40-man raid just slaughtering people. For those who would rather live in peace and harmony with the land, you can opt out of the event by speaking to the Sandlari emissary. You will not be able to earn any rewards from the event if you opt out, and general realm PvP rules will still apply. Unlike the Ashvale PvP event, there will not be any PvP objectives in the STV event. You will also need to keep a sharp eye out for the Chosen of the Blood Loa, who is more than a force to be reckoned with and will kill all in their path. So they kind of listened to people's feedback on the Ashenvale event, where people didn't want anything to do with PvE. Like, it was pretty much just a PvE Zerg fest. Well, this is a straight up PvP thing, so I think that's really cool. And then they showed some of the loot. If you're looking to spend your currency on new rewards, you will seek out the merchant just outside Gorobashi Arena. Players will be able to earn these new class-specific item rewards. So you got a ring with fire damage, an epic one. This is really good, plus 16 fire damage. You have this one-handed mace with really good stats for wars. Like, I think the loot is going to pretty much force you, even if you don't want to do PvP, you're going to want to do PvP to get like this gear because it looks really cool. And I think that's awesome. I think a lot of people could really enjoy like doing PvP. They just haven't tried it in a while. So yeah, I'm really interested in that. But there's also new quests which help you earn Arathi Basin reputation. This event will not have an associated world buff. So I think that's really cool. That's something that I've talked about in the past. Like getting Arathi Basin reputation was extremely difficult back in the day. So getting an additional way to gain that reputation is going to be key when you have like a limited season like this. And then we also have a preview of runes. There's a lot of runes, like druids get eclipsed, they get King of the Jungle, and then you have hunters with melee specialists, which increases the damage of the melee abilities. It can launch traps. Mages get missile barrage, they get chronostatic preservation for healing. And then you have paladins with the Shet of Light, which dealing damage with your melee weapon increases your spell power by an amount equal to 30% of your attack power. In addition, your critical healing spells heals the target for 60% of the healed amount. You get guarded by light as well. Priests get some mind spike and pain suppression. Pain suppression's just what we needed. And then we have rogues with the Shuriken Toss and Master of Sub. We have Shaman, Spirit of the Alpha, Maelstrom Weapon, two-handed mastery, really cool. Then we've got Warlocks with something called Invocation and Dance of the Wicked. I'm going to link this down below, by the way, if you want to take a close look at these. Warriors get Rallying Cry and Blood Surge, which Heroic Strike, Bloodthirst, and Whirlwind have a 30% chance to make your next slam within 15 seconds, instant and no rage. Really cool. And then we have new experience changes. We knew, and they already said that they would increase the experience on the previous phase level. So level 1 to 25 is going to have a 50% increased XP. Players will also see an increased experience gained within the BFD raid dungeon when it is cleared. The raid dungeon will still continue to run with the current lockout timer, and players will no longer gain the world buff beyond level 39. However, waylaid supplies will also see an adjustment. We will share more later, but there will be a significant increase in experience gained from them turn-ins. I'm guessing that you can also carry more than just one of these bad boys. So I hope they will probably have an additional increase if you complete the supplies. That's my guess for it. And then one of my favorite news for Classic, which I know a lot of people will disagree with me on, but I think it's one of the best changes in these news. And that is this. No more gold DKP runs. For Phase 2, we're going to be trying something new. Gold DKPs will no longer be permitted in Season of Discovery. Gold DKPs have some convenience and social benefits. However, we feel that is anti-ethical to the nature of the season. We want to give a version of Classic without gold DKP a try. We are experimenting with a new policy which will no longer allow gold DKP runs in Season of Mastery. While we understand there's some benefits for those who find this convenient way to gear, we also recognize that there are concerns surrounding the erosion of traditional guild and social structure. Yes, yes, yes. Like, they know that there's a lot of bought gold, of bots in gold DKP. And what's going to happen is the state of Wrath of the Lich King right now, for instance, like if you're a casual player, if you're like your average Joe walking into Wrath of the Lich King and you want to try to join a raid, you just want to have fun. Well, newsflash, that's going to be very difficult to do without joining a gold DKP. Because like 9 out of 10 raids hosted are gold DKPs, right? So you cannot just join a normal run anymore. You have to bring a lot of gold, and that pretty much incentivizes you to buy gold, because otherwise you cannot get shit, and you cannot farm the amount of gold because people have just bought it really cheaply off the bots. So yeah, I do think that this is a great change, and I'm very interested in seeing it play out. Then Wowhead has made like a compilation of all the news, even though they missed some, like the blessings, etc. But like this news article does have the crafted epics in them, which are really cool. It just shows the runes again, goes over the PvP event and its loot, and here we have the profession updates. And like we anticipated, like professions will cap at 225, right? And just like in phase 1, players will undertake an epic quest chain to unlock access. No spoilers though, but you can see some of the loot. Like, just look at this headpiece from Leatherworking and all of its stats. Like, really, really cool. You have this headpiece as well for tailoring, and then you have these gloves right here for like the Holy Paladins, which is really cool. And I really like this as well. Alchemists and enchanters will find a couple of new recipes which can bring more utility and throughout into their own general, rather than simply creating things that they can use and sell to make a little extra gold. So you have these new pots and this new usable item for enchanting as well. So really cool. I'm going to be linking this as well down below in the description. Please let me know what you think about the news and what we know so far down below in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and you'll be notified whenever the next video drops. And of course, take a look at the complete gold guide for a Season of Discovery, link down below. Well, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all back in at tomorrow's video. But until then, bye bye.